OP's boyfriend is forced into caring for his grandma, who unfortunately has dementia. Meanwhile, OP's boyfriend's mother is living a carefree lifestyle and offers absolutely no form of support. My name's Mr. Reddito. If you don't know who I am, I read daily stories of some of the most drama-filled stories on the World Wide Web. Today, I have 4 stories for you that include 4 Am I the A-hole dramas. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. Let's get right into story number 1. Background. I'm a 28-year-old female and I started dating James, who's 25, about a year and a half ago. At this time, James' parents had a rocky patch in their 25-year marriage and, to my understanding, have amicably separated. The parents still talk on the regular and have an okay relationship, although it's no longer romantic. With the separation of their parents, James and his brother Craig, who's 28, proto-inherited the family home. Their father decided to take on a job that requires 90% travel time in order to keep family finances in shape, and their mother decided to go live with a male family friend in the next town over. Here's the problem. James has a grandmother who has a moderate case of dementia. About a year ago, the grandmother was under the care of another family member. Due to some pettiness and argument and possible mild abuse, no proof of this, just stories I've heard, James' mother decides to take care of the grandmother out of the person's care and housed her in the family home where James and Craig live alone. Long story short on this one, the mother decided to thrust all caregiving duties on her 2 children. She comes over once or twice a week to sit on the couch and, quote, keep company for an hour, then leaves to go back to the family friend's house. As anyone who's dealt with dementia in a family member knows, being a caregiver is nearly a full-time job and is extremely mentally exhausting. James, since he currently works from home, has taken on 80 to 90% of the caring duties. This includes being waken up at all times of the night to calm a scared and confused grandma, changing her TV channels because, well, she cannot do it herself, feeding and taking on daily walks, dispensing medication, keeping company, and dealing with her dementia-related emotional outburst. This includes crying, anger, and fits. James has had many times expressed to his mother that he cannot handle taking care of the grandma. To my understanding, these conversations are usually brushed off with some excuses. The mother has proven herself to be extremely unreliable for any form or even the smallest help. For example, mother says she will take the grandmother out for the day to provide a needed day off to James and bails multiple times. Usually says she has a headache. Number 2. Mother said she would provide a daily to-do list or schedule to help the grandmother cope and know what to do throughout the day, but that never happened. Number 3. Mother says she will come over and bathe grandmother who hasn't bathed in over a week. Puts it off for another few days because said headache. The list goes on and on. James at his breaking point and has even been suicidal and thoughts and tendencies recently. His anxiety is through the roof, to where he cannot sleep at night and has not slept over 4 to 5 hours over the last week. He's scared and anxious and he will miss his grandmother having an episode. He refuses to turn on his bedroom window AC unit in the sweltering summer heat at night because he may miss hearing his grandmother having a dementia episode. His entire life and every action has become enveloped with his grandmother, anxiety, guilt, and sadness. He started seeing a therapist about 2 to 3 weeks ago, but so far, I'm unsure how helpful it's been. I've been trying my best to keep him feeling cared for, but am unsure how to help someone so defeated. My goal is to remove James from this house and situation as soon as financially possible. I'm waiting on a new job. Yesterday, during a 4th of July, James broke down and told his mother that he cannot properly care for his grandma. It's beyond his capabilities. He told her he's feeling suicidal and he's planning on moving out with me. James also told the mother that she needs to move back into the family house to help with the care because he simply cannot do it. To my understanding, the mother responded along the lines of, she can't move back in because she and the family friend are now lovers. Unsure how that's preventing her. Long story short, she seems to be busy and living her life carefree with a new love interest and doesn't want anyone or anything to bother her. She ignored James' confession of suicidal thoughts, and she was concerned about whether or not we would be moving out nearby the family home so we can still care for the grandmother. Now, I'm at my wit's end. After the conversation with his mother and her response, he's feeling super guilty and does not want to move out anymore. Or, at the very least, move out and stay in the family home 5 days a week to care for Grandma. Help. I don't even want to ask questions. I guess I'm looking for general advice, especially for anyone in a similar situation or who's dealt with caring for grandparents with dementia or uncaring mothers. Hey guys, so that was actually a pretty sad story to start it off with. What incredible red flags I got from OP's boyfriend's mother. It seems she doesn't want to be a part of their lives at all. And at this point, for James' mental health, maybe he should consider complete no contact. Also, I was reading the comments and they did mention there's usually some sort of help that can be provided by the state if they live in the United States for the care and facility of the older person with dementia if they can't handle it. It usually ends up in a facility of care, but let me know what you guys would do if you were in this scenario as OP. I just think it's an incredibly sad situation, so let me know what you would do. Our next story is another Am I the A-hole story, and it's coming at us right now. Backstory. A few months ago, pre-COVID, my cousin, who I'm close to, had a big co-ed baby shower thrown for her. I was in attendance along with my husband. Another cousin was visiting her parents, my aunt and uncle, and decided to attend the baby shower as well. I'm not close to this cousin at all. We did not grow up together and are 10 years apart in age. We are obligatory Facebook friends though, mostly due to my aunt and mother asking us both to add each other. Skip ahead to the present day. A few days ago, I got a call from a bank I have a credit card through, inquiring about my balance not being paid, as I've always paid my outstanding balance bills on time. I told the bank employee I had not used my card, so the charge must be fraud. The card account was immediately closed, and they began the process of looking further into it. Today, they called me back with an update. The charge was for a donation to a charity that I knew of but have never contributed myself. Still confused about why my card was used, I posted a short rant on Facebook. I got a few replies telling me this had never happened to them and hoping I got it resolved. Then, my younger, non-pregnant cousin commented something to the effect of, quote, "Well, maybe someone had a good reason for making the donation in your name. Maybe someone wanted to teach you a lesson." The comment was weird, so I PM'd her to ask what she meant. At first, she would not tell me what she meant, but eventually, I got her to tell me everything. She used my credit card to make a donation. Guys, her reason? Well, because about a year ago, I began going to church. I did not grow up in a religious family. I'm not vocal about my newfound beliefs, and I don't throw it in people's faces or demand they believe the same. It's just something that I like for my own life. It makes me feel better and more relaxed. Apparently, my cousin has a problem with me deciding to attend and join a church of any kind. And because of that, she decided it was a good idea to sneak around taking photos of my credit card numbers, and then use the info to make a $1,000 donation. Yep, to a local organization she knew I would never donate to, because they're outspoken about opposing what I believe morally. My husband said I should press charges and have her arrested. My mom says that's going too far, even though my cousin was in the wrong. She's only 19, though. Would I be the a-hole for pressing charges on my cousin and possibly ruining her life? Edit. The organization is not anti-gay or something like that. It's not PP either. For your information, I'm a gay male who's pro-choice to stop assuming I'm some kind of intolerant lunatic. Edit 2. It seems I'm not allowed to post an update separately. Here we go. The bank is proceeding with legal action. She's being held accountable by them. I'm still undecided about what I want to do personally. She was arrested, charged, then released with an ankle monitor due to her overcrowding and it being a non-violent offense. So, she can go to her part-time job, the grocery store, and home until her trial. After that, I don't know what will happen. The bank is definitely suing her, though. The detective assigned the case is in the process of finding out if anyone else has been a victim of her thievery. As of right now, things are slowly going forward, but I don't know when the actual trial will be. It might be a while. Hey guys, so I'm going to say my opinion on this one is not the a-hole. It seems the overwhelming majority in the original post also said not the a-hole. I also believe pressing charges is the only way that this person's going to learn from their mistake. Also, the parents just need to cut her off from financial support. If I was OP, this is what I would do. I would go to her family and ask for their opinion on pressing charges. I know it's an incredibly tough thing to do, but it may be the only thing that gets through to her. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comment section down below. Our next story on the day involves a husband who was hiding money from his wife. Guys, she found out, and it's not pretty. If you're enjoying today's video, show some support for the channel and drop a like right down below, and maybe a comment on the comment section. Here comes story number 3. My husband hid an insurance payout of $1,500. He hid it from me, and he played the whole, "I don't have money for gas" victim. This money is not part of our savings or anything. Anyways, he had been hiding the money for 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, I bought groceries for us. I paid for our takeout food, and I offered to pay for his broken windshield. And overall, I was concerned about whether or not he had enough money for himself. He saw me struggling putting the gas in my truck. He let me pay for his car insurance. He heard my concerns and my offers to help him, and he did not want to tell me not to worry. Yesterday, I asked him to lend me $20 because a friend invited me somewhere last minute, and I did not have cash. He got really nervous when I asked him if I could borrow his debit card. He started to act strange, and I asked him if he was hiding something from me. He called me crazy and accused me of not believing him. I asked him if he was hiding money from me. Well, he denied it and said I was paranoid and crazy. He checked his bank account in front of me and acted surprised. He literally shouted, "Wow, wow, I have extra money. Oh my gosh, this is awesome." And he played the whole "I did not know" part. He continued to argue, and I told him that I don't care about the money, I care about honesty. Why did he lie? And if he can lie so blatantly about this, then he can lie or has lied about many things. It took a whole day for him to finally confess that he was hiding the money from me. Well, because supposedly I was going to ask for some money if I knew. He said he felt guilty for not telling about it when he saw me struggle with money. Today, I asked him to leave my house. I called him cruel and deceitful. I told him that I don't want to be with someone that can lie so blatantly. By the way, guys, I'm 6 months pregnant with a very wanted and planned baby. We've known each other for 3 years. Am I the a-hole for leaving him over this? I'm just so hurt by how easily he lied, and he called me crazy and paranoid. And now I'm questioning everything in our relationship. Maybe his gym sessions are times that he spends with women. I don't know anything anymore. Quick update. I followed the advice I received from here, thank you. He's back home, but staying in the guest room. He came back with a brand new baby car seat. Feeling guilty, I guess. And he's apologizing profusely. We'll be taking marriage counseling, guys. Hey guys, so that was a difficult story to get through. I got so many incredible red flags from OP's husband. He seems like a horrible person who genuinely just does not care about his wife. The fact that he watched her struggle while he had thousands of dollars in his bank and he hid it from her while she kept giving him money after money after money, and at the end, he says he felt bad. I don't think he felt bad. I think he was taking advantage of the situation. Guys, let me know what you make of this story. What exactly would you do if you were in OP's shoes? Would you break up with him, cut contact completely, or do what OP did and welcome him back to the house? We still have one more story left in today's video, and this one is bonkers. It involves a daughter who is completely out of control. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Let's hop right into the final story. So, this just happened this morning. I'm a 17-year-old male and my sister's 19 is going to a concert with her boyfriend in August. She asked our parents to buy plane tickets for them, but refused, because they already gave her a lot of money every month that she wastes. For my birthday, they got me a new iPhone 13 Pro. She got angry and called them a-holes for refusing to buy the plane tickets for her while giving me an expensive gift. I told her the best thing our parents bought me before this iPhone was a book that I didn't even want. And they always forgot about my birthday even if I talked about it months before. I reminded her that she always got anything that she asked for regardless if it was her birthday. Expensive clothes, toys, phones, perfume, makeup, even a ducking car for her 16th birthday. And they still give her monthly allowance, which they've never given me. She picked up the box and left. I sat there in shock because I could not believe what she was doing. My parents kept yelling at her to come back, but she ignored them and drove away. I've been calling and texting her nonstop to give me the phone back. She texted back telling me to keep dreaming and blocked my number. I informed my parents I was going to call the police on her, but they told me not to do it because they'll get me a new one. The only reason they started treating me nicely and getting me a birthday gift is because after she left for college, they found out that they had another child in the house that they are supposed to take care of and love. Even the phone I currently have, I bought after working all summer last year, because they always refused buying me one no matter how cheap it was. My sister had a phone when she was 11. Even though my parents did not like what she did, they still looked for reasons to excuse her behavior, like saying she's probably just stressed after exams, and how she's been looking forward to going to the concert. They even started blaming themselves for refusing to buy the plane tickets in the first place. I really want to call the cops on her despite their refusal, because who says she isn't going to steal from me in the future? Hey guys, I couldn't believe what I was reading that story. In my opinion, I think OP's sister and the parents need a complete wake-up call. The way the sister's acting is not okay, and they should not be promoting or enabling that type of lifestyle. I feel incredibly bad for OP for having to deal with this. Honestly, I was reading the comments, and almost all of the people said that OP should call the cops on his sister, and maybe even the parents too. Get the authorities involved because this is out of control. Let me know exactly how you would handle this situation. It doesn't seem the parents care that the girl stole the phone, and they're just going to replace it with another one, so basically she knows it's okay and she can do it again. That's all the stories I have for you guys today. Drop your opinions down below and always share your stories if you have them as well. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.